Hi class, welcome to our module for staffing and leading. So for this video, we are going to talk about I think this is the third because we have planning, organizing, staffing, right? This is the third functions or area, okay, or stage in organization and management, which is staffing. So let's get started. Our objective for this lesson is the following. So we are going to discuss the nature of staffing, explain the steps in the recruitment and selection process, discuss the importance of employee relations, reward system, employee movements, and talk about the different training programs and also policy guidelines on compensation, wages, and performance evaluation. So, yung first video natin in first few lessons natin is all about planning and organizing, di ba? We already have established that when we talk about planning, this is wherein we set our goals. It's a thorough understanding of your mission and vision so that you would be able to identify the goals and objectives of the company. And then afterwards, after planning, is we have organizing, wherein we identify the different activities that we should do to be able to achieve the goals and objectives of the company. And then right after that is that we move to staffing. So this is specifically choosing the right people to do the divided or categorized activities so that you will be able to achieve the goals and objectives of the business. So, by definition, when we talk about staffing, this is the process of finding, selecting, evaluating, and also developing a working relationship with our current or even future employees. So, as everybody knows, my life is an open book when it comes to my working experience. Most of my job experience before I worked here at the academic setup is that I worked for the recruitment or sourcing team. Right. So this is what I do. I look for talents. I look for people who will be joining our company to make sure that we will be able to achieve the company's goals and objectives. So here, what we do is we find qualified candidates or applicants. And then when we find our applicants, we select them and also evaluate them based on their previous experiences, their attitude toward works. And of course, not only that, but we also develop a working relationship with them. Okay. So that's what staffing is. We identify the right person for the right position in the company so that they would be able to help us achieve our goals and objectives. Now, what are the different staffing duties? So we have the first one is recruitment and the second one is personnel policy. Okay, when we talk about recruitment, again, this is looking for the best employees from the pool of candidates to work with us. We take a look at their job experience. So dito yung pumapasok yung job interview. We check out their resume, background information. We check that out. In-interview natin sila not only to verify the things that they were able to divulge in their resume, but also we take a look at the attitude of this person face to face. Okay. And then personal policy, what are the different policies and procedures na right after ng recruitment natin, we explain to that hired employee kung ano ba yung mga policies and procedures here at our company. So that is the two duties of staffing duties. Okay. Now, the ultimate goal of recruitment is for us to look for the candidates that will be or the qualified employees that will be working with us here at the company so that we will be able to achieve our goals and objectives. The person who has the same culture as we are, okay, yung same attitudes toward work. So therefore, not only we are looking for candidates outside the company, but we also do external recruitment. Okay, so we have not only external recruitment, but we also do internal recruitment. So what is the difference between the two? So the difference between the external and internal recruitment is that when we talk about external recruitment, we are looking for candidates outside the company. Okay, so they are not yet connected with us. But when we talk about internal recruitments, this is wherein we look for candidates for specific job positions inside the company. So nasa loob na sila ng kumpanya. So normally, ang ginagawa ng mga companies is that they open a job position inside the company muna, which is internal recruitment. And if wala tayong makita na qualified candidates for the job vacancy, then we look for external candidates. Okay, so mostly kapag internal recruitments, diyan pumapasok yung lateral transfer, okay, mga promotions, yan. Okay, diyan yan yung internal recruitment. So kung mapapansin nyo, kunyari yung mga parents ninyo, kuya ate ninyo, kapag na-promote yan sila, so mostly baka nagkaroon ng internal recruitment, may job vacancy, nag-apply sila, or promote sila to that position. Okay? So that is a difference of the external and internal recruitment. So we have a job vacancy, then we offer it outside and inside the company. Okay. Now, what is a different recruitment process? So a recruitment process may differ from one company to another. Okay. But from the previous companies that I have worked for, this is our recruitment process. So of course, the first step in the recruitment process is defining the job being looked for. So mostly ang ginagawa dyan is we identify kung ano ba yung hinahanap natin na qualities ng isang candidate. So we list down all the job description, kung ano ba yung mga job qualifications, kay job description, ano bang ine-expect natin na daily duties ng isang candidate for this position. Okay, now yung job qualifications, ang ano bang hinahanap natin na na-achieve niya? 4-year graduate ba? 2 years ba? Or are we looking for a candidate who has 5 years of experience with the same field? So, yung mga sikat dyan na ano na mga job search or job engine, okay, na ginagamit natin, yan, mga job street, diba? I told you guys to look for a job that you'd like, diba? So we have jobstreet.com. Kapag naman mga work from home, yan, mga Upwork, okay? So meron din yan yung pinakasikat Upwork. Sa ngayon, wala pa akong alam. Wala pa ulit alam. Di pa ako nare-refresh ng mga job search engines, no? Pero yan, pag mga home-based yan, Upwork. Pag mga jobstreet.com. Meron din naman tayong tinatawag din na uh, a media platform wherein para siyang Facebook pero ang ginagamit diyan is LinkedIn. Okay? LinkedIn. Okay, if you guys would like, you can check that out and then makikita nyo doon may mga job, may pwede kayo gumawa ng account nyo as a student. You can add me up and then nagko-connect ka din dyan Kumo-connect ka sa mga recruiters and all. Okay? So defining the job, okay, I'd like you guys to take a look at the job that I ask you for. Di ba makita nyo dyan, may job description, what is expected for you to do. Then job qualifications, ano ba yung mga qualifications, 4-year course ba? O kaya anong klaseng course ang hinahanap nila, graduate of what degree? Okay. Pag mga accountants, of course, BSA, Certified Public Accountant with 5 to 10 years of experience. Yan, mga ganyan yan. After defining the job, the next step is we attract the candidates. Okay, how do we attract candidates? So pag mga recruiter ka, one of the things that wherein candidates are being attracted is of course, kaching, the salary. Sometimes what they do is that yung mga recruiters, they post the salary in the job description sa mga job street, ganyan, binupost agad nila yung salary. Salary and benefits. Okay, so yan naman yung unang hinahanap ng mga employees. Salary and benefits. Then the next one is yung culture. Okay? Culture. Ano bang meron dun? Paano ba yung kultura ng isang kumpanya? 'Di ba? Ah, yan. That's how we attract our candidates. And then, there are different portals. Sa recruiters kasi may portals kaming tinatawag. So, maraming kaming channels na pinagkukuhanan ng candidates namin. So, me, bilang part ng recruitment, what we do is we gather the data of our candidates. So, titingnan namin kung saan kami maraming nakakakuha na candidates. Mostly, employee referrals. So, sasabihin niyan, oy, baka may referrals ka, ganyan. Next, yung mga walk-in candidates namin. So, walk-in, ibig sabihin, nakakita nila yung company namin, tapos they try to apply, nag-walk-in lang sila, actively seeking. Next is yung mga sa social media. Okay, social media, mga Facebook accounts, yan, Twitter, mostly kasi mga candidates ngayon naka-Facebook. Then sumusunod na lang dyan yung mga portals. Kagaya na nabanggit ko sa inyo, job portals. Okay? Yung mga Job Street, Upwork, LinkedIn. Yan. Marami pang ibang klase ng mga job portals. So dyan sa mga channels na yan, channels ang tawag namin dito eh. So paano natin ina-attract yung mga candidates natin? Mostly talaga salary and benefits, and then next yung culture. So, after mong mag-post ng mga jobs mo, of course, the candidates will be attracted. Okay, marami mag-a-apply, and then next step that you need to do is to manage your application. So, not everybody is actually fit for the position that you are looking for. So, dito na papasok class yung resume screening. Okay? What I'd like you guys to do is to check out in Canva kung may Canva kayo, because I know na naturuan na kayong gumawa ng resume nyo, right? So, I'd like you guys to look for Canva and then check out kung ano yung resume dun. So, I will be sharing with you guys my resume in LMS, and then I let you guys know what will be our activity. Okay? But dito, sa managing applications, daan papasok yung resume screening. Okay? So dito, tinitingnan ng mga recruiters kung ano ba yung resume na pinasa mo, kamusta ba yung mga qualifications mo, pasok ka ba dun sa hinahanap natin. Kumbaga, doon sa kumbaga 'di ba may game na match-match, yung match the card. So parehas ba yung unang card na binuksan mo dun sa pangalawang card? So parang ganun siya. Okay, kung magfi-fit siya. Aside from that class is meron din kaming tinatawag na mga recruiters na not only we are checking the resume, but we are also checking the social media of the candidates. Okay, kaya you be careful with what you post with in social media because the recruiters might see it. So, pati social media, tinitingnan din ng mga recruiters kasi that's how we take a look at the attitude of the candidate. Okay? So, right after managing the application is, of course, inviting the candidates for interview. So, sometimes what we do is before we invite the candidates face-to-face, phone screening muna. Okay, phone screen. And then kapag pasado siya sa phone screening, okay, the next one is face-to-face interview. Okay? So, sometimes marami pinagdadaanan na interview. Okay, so interview ng recruiter, then interview ng supervisor, ng manager, and then sometimes umaabot pa hanggang the president of the company. So medyo mahaba yung interview process when it comes to interview because hinahanap talaga natin yung candidate na fit for the position that we are looking for. And then if you'll be able to pass all the interviews from the phone screening to face, from the interviewer to the supervisor to manager to the kung sino man yung final na interviewer, next is you will be scheduled for the psychological testing. Okay, psychological, may mga exams yan. So exams yung mga yung mga papa-take sa'yo, math, English, yan. Sometimes, depende din kasi sa position na ina-applyan. Minsan walang psychological testing, minsan wala. So, psychological testing, yung IQ, yan, chine-check dyan. Kung typing job, yung ina-applyan mo, syempre, you will be asked to type a specific scenario o kaya type if you are going to listen in a audio and then you are going to type it as a transcriptionist. So, depende yan kung anong trabaho ba yung ina-applyan mo. Okay? So, kung sa mga call center companies ka mag apply so most probably the test will be creating emails. Kung email support ang ina-applyan mo, yan, mga ganyan. Okay? Type, okay, chat, yan, mga ganyan yan. Depende sa position na ina-applyan mo. And if you will be able to pass the psychological testing, the next step is that you will be endorsed for physical exam and drug testing. So, syempre, i-check kung uh, you are physically fit for the job. Yeah, kapag ako kasi noon, let me share you my experience when I applied at SM. Uh, it's important that you have a 20/20 vision at SM. Sobrang importante niya. Nung nasa back office, it's okay for you to wear glasses. But if you are at the department store, wala kang makikitang sales lady na nakasalamin. Okay? Tingnan mo nga. Kapag may nakita kang sales lady na nakasalamin, picturean mo, tas isend mo sa akin. Pero I'm 100% sure that there is no sales lady that is wearing glasses. Okay? Naka-ano yan sila talaga. Naka-contact lenses yan sila. Okay? So, physical exam, syempre, if checking if you are fit to work, and of course, if positive ka sa drugs, syempre, hindi ka fit to work dyan. And then, if you were able to pass the physical exams, ay, madami namang exam. Physical exam, the next step is that you will be awarded with a job. Siyempre, yan na, dyan napapasok yung contract signing, wow, ABS. Contract signing, okay, i-explain sa'yo kung ano yung mga duties and responsibilities mo, what type of contract will you be having, if that's going to be a 5 months contract or a probationary. Normally, kapag mga rank and file, mga assistant position, yan, normally 6 months yan na contract, and then a chance to be regularized in the company. Okay? So after the explanation of the contract, contract signing, duties and responsibilities, the eighth step in the process is of course the employer orientation. You will be oriented with the company's policies and rules, etc. Yeah, mga do's and don'ts. Okay, ano ba yung mga benefits mo? Okay, paano ba masabi kapag na-late ka? Ano mangyayari pag na-late ka? Yeah, anong mangyayari kapag may mga misconducts na nagawa. Okay, yan, employee orientations. And then, syempre, kapag matagal ka na sa company and you will be regularized, there will be a reference check and background investigation. So, i-check nila kung totoo ba yung mga sinabi mo sa resume mo. Okay, kamusta ka pa talaga sa trabaho mo, yung pinakamatagal mong trabaho, ba't ka umalis? Yan, background check yan and investigation. That is the whole recruitment process. Now, again, class, a recruitment process may differ from one company to another, but based from the uh, jobs that I was able to land before, this is the whole recruitment process. So if you have any questions, you can just jot down in your notes and then you let me know what's that during our synchronous session. Okay, so that's all for the recruitment process. And then the next one that we are going to talk about, class, is personnel policy. Okay. So, of course, right after the recruitment process, you will be explained your salary, policy, and compensation and wages. And of course, there will also be a performance evaluation and appraisal. Okay, the salary, normally naman yan, class. Again nga, kagaya na nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina, when we talk about the salary, 'di ba? Ito yung sometimes talaga yung nagiging panghatak sa mga candidates, sa mga applicants, the salary. Now, the salary may also differ from the offer, but based on the background, base sa experience mo yung magiging salary. So, depende kasi sa company yan eh. Kung ano ba yung ipo-provide nila na salary doon sa aplikante na nag-a-apply sa kanila. Kapag mga tipo, mga call center, ayan, sometimes they are very open for uh, malawak yan sila when it comes to the salary. Okay, nag-offer yan sila depende sa educational background, ay not really educational background, but more on working experience. Okay? Sometimes naman, what they are offering is yung mga basic salary and also remember that salary may also differ from one region to another. Okay, kapag dito sa probinsya, naka-provincial rate tayo. Pag Manila, Manila rate. Yan, policy on compensation wages. But isa sa mga dapat nating lagi natandaan is that there are also government mandated benefits. So yung mga SSS, mga Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, yan, yung mga companies, they should be able to provide that to their employees kasi government mandated yan. Okay? And then of course, if you would like to be regularized in the company, it's important that you will do well in your job performance because there is always performance evaluation and appraisal. So, when it comes to performance evaluation and appraisal, depende din sa company on how they do evaluation. Sometimes it's from the previous company that I work for yung mga sa SM kasi sa HR, I was an HR assistant. So, yung mga contract namin, yung mga 5-month contract namin na employees, on their third month as an employee, meron yan silang evaluation. On the third month pa lang, nalalaman na namin agad from the managers if this will be a candidate for regularization. Pero sometimes on the fifth month or on the sixth month, marami na end of contract kasi not everybody gets a chance to be regularized in the company. Okay? And then also, when we talk about appraisal naman, sometimes company does this on regular employees on the sixth month and annually. So, tinitingnan kasi kung ano ba yung mga, uh, kamusta yung performance ng employee, kung are they eligible for a raise in the company. That's what performance evaluation and appraisal is. So, may mga tinatawag tayong KPIs, mga key performance indicators, and yung mga key results area. So, ibig sabihin nun, syempre, paano ba natin malalaman kung we are eligible for a raise? Meron tayong standards na kailangang i-follow. So, if we were able to hit those standards, then the managers and the owners of the company would be able to provide us if an appraisal or not. Okay? All right. So, next class, it's really important for our employees to have employee relations. So, syempre, hindi naman kailangan laging puro trabaho lang. Not only that, we are looking for the good pay and benefits, also safe working conditions, but we are also looking for work and life balance. So, therefore, under the staffing duties, it's important for us to provide trainings for our employees, provide them benefits, safety, career development, and job opportunities, stress management, recreation facilities and activities, and also employees are also involved and engaged. Okay, so napaka-importante niyan. Career development and job opportunities. That is one of the things that is really important because you don't want to be in a job that would just be your job for the rest of your life. So, syempre, gusto mo naman magkaroon ng konting development, gusto mo namang ma-promote, and syempre, at work, employees are also stressed. So, it's important to have recreation facilities and activities. Kaya nga nagkakaroon tayo ng mga sports fest, 'di ba? Yung mga mahihilig sa mga mobile games, yan, nagkakaroon ng mga palaro yung mga companies, 'di ba? So, recreation facilities, not only activities but also facilities. Merong mga pwede kang magpahinga, yan, pwede kang maglaro, yan, may wifi zone, okay, para makapag-chill-chill ka. Yan. Siyempre, also, involvement and engagement. So, it's important that employees are involved in a company so that they would feel that they are really contributing for the goals, for the achievement of goals and objectives of our company. Okay? And also, rewards and recognition is important. So, rewards and recognition, sometimes employees are not only looking for monetary benefits, but they are also looking for non-monetary benefits like a pat on the back could also be a recognition, a reward, yung, oh, good job ka today. Yan, yung mga ganyang klase na rewards and recognition. Okay, so not only monetary but also non-monetary benefits. Okay, another thing that we are going to talk about under staffing duty is employee movement. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, class. The promotion, right? The horizontal and the vertical promotion. Okay, but when we talk about the vertical promotion, 'di ba, paano ba yung vertical line? 'Di ba? Ang vertical line is patayo, 'di ba? Vertical lines is patayo. So drawing tayo. So pag ganito ang vertical line. Okay, pag horizontal naman, it's like this, 'di ba? So when we talk about horizontal promotion, it means to say that you were promoted without moving your salary. Okay, horizontal lang siya. You were promoted siguro may salary din, may galaw din yung salary mo, pero you were given a different job. Okay, different job siya. Or a job was added to your position. So that's what horizontal promotion is. Your salary can also increase, but there is an additional job task for you, or you were transferred to a different job pero same level lang siya. Okay, so that's a horizontal promotion. But when we talk about vertical promotion, from an assistant position, you were promoted to a managerial position. Okay, that's a step up from the ladder. Okay, so that is the difference between the two. So, if you ask your parents if sila ba ay nagkaroon na ng vertical promotion or ng horizontal promotion. Okay? Okay. So next class is trainings. Okay, so there are different types of training and I know that you understand the importance of training. 'Di ba? Sabi nga natin, it's important to train your employees so that they would be able to, of course, apply the trainings that they were able to get to the job na pinapagawa mo sa kanila. Okay, so we have on-the-job training, off-the-job training, technical training, supervisory, executive, and simulated training. So when we talk about on-the-job training, ito yung normal na nangyayari na may ka-body-body system ka, tapos nagtitrain kayo pareho, 'di ba? And then technical training, you are training the machines that you are going to use. Ano ba yung mga POS, yung mga point of sale, yung mga ginagamit sa Jollibee, yung mga pinipindot-pindot nila, that's technical training because, di ba sabi nga natin sa manager, di ba when we talk about technical, it's how are you going to use a system, okay, or a machine to be able to do the job. Okay, supervisory and executive training is all about training to becoming a manager or a supervisor. Okay, and then of course, simulated training, are you guys familiar with the movie Cars? 'Di ba? 'Di ba si Lightning McQueen nung kalaban niya si Jackson Storm, 'di ba? Yung meron silang simulation doon na nasa track sila. That's what simulated training is. So, normally nangyayari yung mga simulation training kapag may system kang gagamitin. Yan, technical training din siya. Tapos, ginagawa muna siya, tinitrain muna siya before kang ah, i-deploy doon sa talagang job na gagawin mo. Yung normally mga nangyari, mga simulated training, kagaya dun sa mga airplane, yung mga piloto, 'di ba? Yan. That's what simulated training is. Okay? So that's pretty much everything class for staffing. So if you have any questions, once again, just take it down, write it down, and then we are going to discuss it in our synchronous session. On the next video, we are going to talk about the fourth functional area of management or the fourth stage, which is leading. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in a while.